Good morning, students. In our previous two classes, we have discussed few important and new things of the poem written in March, and they were the rhyming scheme and the poetic devices, similes and metaphors. And I hope that you have all understood all of these new things very clearly. So now, students, today I am going to give you the important textual question answers from this poem. And students, I have already mentioned the answers related with the simile part in our last class. That's why today I will give you the rest important general questions. Here, number one question is, their heads never raising, means a quoted line has been noted here from the poem, and from here some other questions has been asked, and it is number one is, whose heads are being referred to here? And its answer will be, here the heads are being referred to the people working in the fields. The number B, why do they not raise their heads? Their answer will be, they don't raise their heads as the people, young and old, regardless of their age, are working in the green fields with utmost concentration. Then comes the last question related to this line. It is, why do you think the poet says they are feeding like one? Your answer will be, the poet says that they are feeding like one as all the 40 kettles are eating equally, steadily, and with pleasure like one entity. Now, students, in this question, some of the important expressions from the poems has been mentioned. First, let me please read out the question for all of you. Notice the words used to describe spring. There is movement everywhere. Crowing cocks, flowing streams, twittering birds, sparkling lakes, green fields, bright sun, hard-working farmers, grazing cattle, sailing clouds in the blue sky, lively fountains, and defeated snow describe the season. Describe monsoon or rainy season in 5 similar expressions. So students, it means that here you can see that a few expressions have been mentioned, like crowing cocks, twittering birds, sparkling lakes, etc. are mentioned here, which are describing the spring season in the poem very beautifully. Now, it is your work to find out similar 5 expression in order to describe the rainy season. And here I have mentioned it for all of you. They are dark clouds, cleaning of dust, green countryside, flocks croak, and beginning of cultivation. So students, if you've noticed that these things, that clouds become dark, then the rain waters, they clean the dust of the roads, then the countryside, the villages, they become greenery as the trees, the leaves, they become more green after getting the rainwater. Then the frog starts croaking throughout the whole day and night during the rain season, and after getting the rainwater, the farmers, they starts cultivating, they starts farming. So these are the 5 expressions that mainly describe the rainy season. And it is not compulsory to write or mention only these 5 points. If you have any other poem related to this season, you may also write it by yourself, but it should be correct only. It is not necessary to write down these 5 only, because there are many more things that can describe a rainy season. Now student, the next question is that the poem is about the joys of spring. How does the poet brings out the happiness in people and in animals? So students, it means that here in the poem itself you can see that how the poet has described the spring season, and he has depicted this beauty with the help of animals and people. And in this question itself, we have to answer this thing, that how this beauty has been depicted through the animals and humans in the poem. And your answer is, the poem describes the extrinsic beauty of nature in spring. The joy of the beginning of the spring can clearly be seen in the people and animals of the poem. The poem begins with the crowing of cocks. Later, the tweeting of birds and grazing of cattle describe a normal day. The people working in the green field also rejoices the ending of the hard times, as they are doing their job constantly without raising their hats. And the word anon by the ploughboy is describing his joy and excitement towards the changing time. So student, please note down these question answers in your notebooks, including today's date. And student, in this question itself, towards the last line, in the fourth line, a word has been mentioned here, that is the and it is not needed here. Actually, it has been included by mistake, means your answer will be their hats, then full stop, then the word anon by the ploughboy is describing his joy and excitement towards the changing time. So students, that's it. Today we have finished the poem written in March, and please note down all the question answers. Try to understand it by yourself. If you have any difficulty regarding this poem or any other thing, you can ask me in the comment section. And student, in the next class, we shall start with a new lesson. As for now, thank you so much.